Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Absolutely delighted to bring on yet again a good friend, Jamie Brown from the Daily Hotspur. Jamie, we are minutes away from the team lineup coming out. Manchester City away today, probably the hardest game on paper in the Premier League. They are flying right now. How do you see this game going?
Yeah, look, I think obviously first and foremost, it is going to be an incredibly difficult game. Even without De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero, they're on an incredible run. I think it's a record-breaking run. They've secured, I think, 15 wins in a row, which is a record in English football. So, of course, an incredibly difficult game. And then you counter that, looking at our form as well. We're in a poor run of form at the moment. So, look, I have a slight hope and feeling that today is the perfect opportunity for Spurs to bounce back. If you look at some of our performances at the start of the season, they're absolutely fantastic. And it was these big games, the Manchester City game, the Man United game, where we really performed and we looked really impressive. So I really, really hope we can get back to that. So maybe today, even though, yes, it's an incredibly difficult game, this could be the big catalyst to kind of get our season back on track. Obviously, I feel, I am very nervous for it. But as I said, I do think this could potentially be the catalyst to kind of re-kickstart our season.
Jamie, you say that there, Charlie Adams, the comment on the screen there, we need a win today. Now, lots of Tottenham fans are expecting us to lose this game. There's been lots of negativity this week saying about how many goals Manchester City will score. And you're absolutely right. 15 wins on the trot for Manchester City. And they are unbeaten in the last 22 games. You'd have to go back to the middle of December, I think, 2 months before you would see that Manchester City lost points, and that was a 1-1 draw at home to West Bromwich Albion. Now, Jose Mourinho's starting lineup, what are you predicting? What do you want to see today?
Yeah, look, I mean, debatable whether I want to see hopefully Oriol back in the team, but we have to wait and see. If not, I'd like to see Jeff Tanganga. I think I said that in one of the previous videos that we did together. I think that he kind of deserves an opportunity. It's been weird that he's not been in the team, so I'd like to see him coming at right back if that's a possibility. Again, it's all about finding that. I think I said on another video, finding a settled back four as well. I think what we've done is we continue to chop and change every week. So hopefully he finds a back four today. Hopefully they can impress, and then we stick with that throughout the rest of the season, or look to try and make that the kind of something to really build on. So I'd like to find a partnership today that we can build on. And then, of course, I think the big thing today for Spurs will be the form of Son and Kane. I think when you've got those two players of that quality, you're always going to have a chance. But today they're going to be really important. It's going to be how clinical can they be. I think, in some of the games that we've seen earlier in the season, when they were so clinical, that's why we were winning games, because they were able to score all those opportunities that we had. I mean, I say all those opportunities. We were limited to small amount of opportunities, but they always took them. Today, I think we're going to have limited opportunities, so they've got to take them. But we've seen Sonny's record against Manchester City. We know what Harry Kane's all about. So they're going to be really crucial for us today, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, of course, as they always are. But I think especially on today, when there's when the chances are few and far between, hopefully those two are going to be key for us today.
Jamie, you look at our form in the Premier League, our last 6 games, winning 2, drawing 1 and losing 3. Of course, the 1-1 draw against Fulham, the 3-1 win against Sheffield United, and then 3 defeats on the trot, Liverpool, Brighton and Chelsea. And then the last couple of games, I know one's in the FA Cup, but West Bromwich Albion winning 2-0, and then, of course, losing 5-4 midweek against Everton. In the last 2 games, we've seen a slightly different football under Jose Mourinho, haven't we? Because when you look back at that Liverpool, Brighton and Chelsea game, not much attacking play from Spurs.
I think that was one thing I was not expecting from him. I mean, we all of a sudden ended up in a really bad kind of period where we were losing games and we looked so dysfunctional. And I didn't think he'd change it. He's not a manager that's ever gone to a different club and kind of changed his style. But he has. Over the last 2 games against West Brom, we saw a more attacking game of football. Yes, it was only West Bromwich Albion, but it was really pleasing to see that we've continued to go forward. And that was something that was really pleasing. Something that kind of, I think, has been really alarming this year is how poor our defence has been. So we'd always looking to seem as though we were trying to build on that. But when you look at what we've got to go forward, the attacking players that we have, that's what we should be looking to build upon, not the defence. So I'm really pleased that kind of the ambition that we've shown. Having said that, I'm not sure we'll quite get that sort of freedom today. I think it will be a more back to the wall performance. So I think we'll see a slightly different performance, but I've been really pleased to see that there's going to be some sort of change from Jose Mourinho. That's been really nice.
Jamie, on the screen now is a comment from Anthony Costa. Come on, you Spurs. Now, we need a win just for his sake, don't we?
I know. I mean, I know. Yeah, I mean, I know one person that he's hoping won't be in the lineup today. I won't name any names, but yeah, look, it is such an important game today. I mean, we've seen Liverpool drop points, obviously Leicester gain points. So, you know, if we have any ambitions of doing something in the league this season, we've absolutely got to get 3 points today. That's crucial. And yes, and certainly for Anthony's sake, we've got to get 3 points, because after the last one, Spurs, I really want to get 3 points for him.
Joe, it's a very good comment on screen now. If we win today, we're 1 point away from top 4, 1 point away from Liverpool, and we have a game in hand as well.
Yeah, look, I think it's all about consistency. I mean, again, we were impressive against West Brom, but now it's going out and showing that we can maintain that. I think Harry Kane, as we've seen, is absolutely crucial. I mean, in a way, it is slightly alarming how crucial he is to our team. You look at the 3 defeats we suffered when we were without him. We just looked utterly dysfunctional. So, I mean, look, if we can keep Harry Kane fit, we can keep Heung-min Son fit, then I think we've got a good chance. I think we're going to be a good chance to stay up there, but it's all about consistency. And I just really, really hope we can somehow get back to our best. I mean, I remember watching, a couple of days ago, I rewatched the Arsenal game, and some of the counter-attacking play, I really missed that. So hopefully, as I said, today can be some sort of catalyst to get back on track.
Jamie, the team lineup has just been announced. Hugo Lloris in goal as our captain, and then Jabat Tanganga, as you suggested. Okay. Davinson Sanchez keeps his place in the team. Eric Dyer comes back. Ben Davies at left back, and then we've got Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Tanguy Ndombele. Eric Lamela stays in the team, 3rd consecutive appearance and start for him. Lucas Moura, Heung-min Son, and Harry Kane. And interestingly, Dele Alli and Gareth Bale are both on the bench today. What do you make of that lineup?
Yeah, interesting. I'm really pleased about Tanganga. As I said, I kind of wanted him to have a shot. Obviously, he's had few opportunities for him and few and far between. So that's really nice that he's been given a chance. Matt Doherty, I mean, has really struggled. That's really been disappointing. I mean, I'm looking at the centre-back partnership, Sanchez and Dyer. I think that's a slight concern. Obviously, Dyer's been in poor form as of late. Of course, his performance against Chelsea doesn't fill me with too much confidence, but again, it's chopping and changing. There's no continuity there, so that slightly concerns me a bit. But then you look at the attack. I think you can't really argue with that. I think Lamela and Lucas really impressed over the last 2 games. So I think that I'm pretty happy with the attack. Centre-back partnership. I think as Maxwell points out, yeah, it's a bit of a concern. I'm not going to lie. I am slightly concerned.
Nigel Fox writes here, draw would be a decent result for us. Would you go along with that?
You have to. Unfortunately, you have to. As I said, I would love today be a catalyst and we can go and win. But look, they are in incredible form. As I said, they're record-breaking form at the moment. So I think a draw would be a good result for us, especially at the Etihad. But, you look, we've been a real bogey side for them over recent years. Number of the Champions League games, obviously beat them earlier this season. So we've proven that we can beat them. And sometimes, form can go out the window in these sort of matches. And when, a team has form against a different team, then maybe it can go our way. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think Nigel's right. I probably think a draw would actually be a decent result for us today.
Jamie, just going through the sub bench today, Joe Hart, obviously the goalkeeper, and then Toby Alderweireld, Matt Doherty, Harry Winks, Moussa Sissoko, Dele Alli, Gareth Bale, Steven Bergwijn, and Carlos Vinicius. Now, Dele Alli and Gareth Bale, what do you make of their situations? Because, of course, you've got all of this Instagram saga. Jose Mourinho saying about he asked for a scan. Gareth Bale come out and said that he was ready and fit to play. What do you make of that? And do you think that Dele Alli can also come back into the team and make that real difference again?
Yeah, look, I thought it was odd, kind of going for Gareth Bale in that one. It was odd of the journalist to ask the question. I mean, it's fairly obvious. I mean, look, Gareth Bale wasn't the one who posted that Instagram clip. It was obviously his PR agency that posted that. So for me, it's nothing. And then Jose Mourinho's made a big thing of it. I didn't like that. Look, I think Gareth Bale's a guy that kind of needs an arm around his shoulder, and the approach that Jose Mourinho's kind of gone for in terms of maybe throwing him under the bus a bit, I've been slightly disappointed with. So very interesting to see that he's actually on the bench today, but he hasn't taken his opportunities yet. So I mean, look, today again, I say today's a catalyst for the whole team, but potentially this could be a big catalyst for Gareth Bale. It's a massive, massive game. There could be potential for him to come on and have a big impact. And the same for Dele Alli as well. I'm sure we'll see Dele Alli today. Of course, I didn't think we'd see him against Everton in the cup, but he was brought on for a couple of minutes. So I'm sure we'll see him today, and a massive game for him today. Hopefully he can have some sort of impact off the bench. But yeah, interesting to see them both, and really hope they can have a big game today. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice.
Jamie, we all know the quality in the Manchester City squad. You know, where do you start with the quality in their squad? Because players like Phil Foden at the moment are in exceptional form, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Phil Foden is a guy I've really liked for a long time, and I've actually been really surprised he hasn't been brought into the fold earlier. I mean, look, obviously Pep Guardiola's the guy who knows best, and obviously has been waiting for his opportunities, and maybe he's been proved right because you know, he's given him opportunities here and now. But now he's really come into the team, and he's having a huge impact and really showing that he's one of the big prospects around Europe. So he, for me, is the real danger man today. We saw him score against Liverpool, absolutely ran the game. So I'm really looking for, or certainly wary of him today for sure. He's the guy I'd be looking out for them, for sure.
Jamie, question on the screen now. Why Toby out and Dyer in?
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I mean, look, again, it's, you know, Toby Alderweireld obviously had a poor performance against Everton, and now he's not really had that opportunity to kind of go and put it right, which I find odd. You know, you can't keep chopping and changing. It just hasn't worked. You know, we had the poor performances against Chelsea. Eric Dyer was then dropped. So that's the big thing for me. It's just that consistency in that defence. That, for me, is why we have been so poor, because, you know, for a player mentally, that's really difficult to have that poor game, then get punished for it by being dropped. You know, that doesn't do them any sort of confidence. So again, it's about consistency. And again, I am very surprised that Eric Dyer has come back into the lineup for sure.
Jamie, lastly, what's your score prediction today? You staying with the 3-1 you said the other day?
Yeah. Did I predict a defeat? Oh yeah, I did. Do you know what? I don't want to be negative. As I said, I feel as though this is a big opportunity for Spurs to kind of really kickstart the season. And I think, you know, you look at our form against them in the past. So I'm actually going to change my prediction. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I'm going to go for Lucas Moura and Harry Kane with the goals, and we're going to win 2-1.
2-1. Wow. I'm sticking with my 1-1. I think a draw away at the Etihad Stadium against the league leaders, who are in exceptional form right now, would be a very good result. Sure. Jamie, thank you very much for joining me. Enjoy the game. Let's hope that Tottenham can get the 3 points. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, come on, you Spurs.